Action-packed.
Gotta get out of here!
Surprising.
Check this out!
Completely satisfying.
All right, now down to business.
It's big. It is kind of an epic to look at.
It's such a fun ride.
Despicable Me 4 is really the next chapter in Gru's story.
It's fun to work on a film with such beloved characters.
And with each time and with each film, there's
New characters, new situations, new places, and things you've never seen before.
Come on, stay focused.
I could have never in a million years have imagined 4 movies and more.
The reason I think it really resonates is, frankly, the relatability.
We got the almond milk, soy milk, hemp milk, goat milk, chocolate milk, half and half powder, and of magnesia.
returning to Steve Carell's soulful performance as Gru.
Who's the loser now?
But then again, being surprised with performances from Will Ferrell, Stephen Colbert, and Joey King.
Go get him, partner!
I was very familiar with the world of Despicable Me. I kind of grew up on these movies.
We knew we wanted to keep it fresh.
Which is probably one of the ultimate challenges.
We know there are certain things that we have to have.
Action and comedy.
Supervillains, gadgets, vehicles. But at the very heart of it all,
It's a film about the choice of career versus family. The theme kind of runs through all of them.
I think the fact that it reaches people on a human level, I attribute that to the writers and the directors.
Chris Renaud, I think he nailed the Despicable Me spirit, you know?
C'est quelqu'un qui connaît parfaitement la licence.
Patrick Delage has come on the film as a co-director.
They're very complementary in their skills.
it's so fun watching Chris and Patrick work together. Chris is animated and talking and jokey, and the whole time Patrick is in the back with his sketchbook.
Et je cherche aussi beaucoup d'idées en fait pour pallier à des fois ou trouver des idées autres.
We get to this point where we're stuck and we can't figure out how to solve a problem, and then Patrick flips open his sketchbook and he's got 9 ideas there that are brilliant.
He's a font of ideas. And I would say that's the truth of everybody involved.
One person cannot come up with all those ideas.
When you make an animated film like this, it's an assembly line.
There are many, many hands on deck.
So for the concept, most of the time we have a script.
And sometimes it changes a bit during the production.
What?
The main part of my job is listening to what's going on,
You know what you want, but in the same time, it would give you some space.
inspiring them to do the best they can do,
This feels like a collaboration.
taking that in and advocating what's the strongest, whether it's my idea or not.
You can't move on to the next step without having done the storyboards.
As a storyboard artist, I think if it's working in storyboards with temp music and temp voices, that's when you know it's working.
The storyboard artists don't necessarily know the actual location. In animation, storyboards are more about acting and like the emotion and to get it to play.
You have to make it show that all the other departments will understand it.
Good luck with that.
Maybe 15 to 20 odd supervisors we're dealing with, from characters,
Board artists,
character effects,
Background.
rigging, visual effects, animators, lighters, compositors, you name it.
Something is missing.
The art department, it's a team I direct, is a group of very talented people. We create background, we create character, we make the color.
No job too small or too mad.
We are at the start of the chain.
After we've done the storyboard pass and we know what story we're telling, you send it to layout, which is the camera department.
I'm the layout supervisor, being the cinematographer of the movie.
What is that supposed to mean?
There's the digital sets, and they place their cameras in there. And
Helping the director transcript what has been done in the storyboard into the 3D universe.
He's still asleep.
You have the storyboard on the right and the artwork, the layout on the left, because there is a lot of actions, a lot of characters involved. You see in the storyboard that it runs like is normal, and that's what we did in layout at first. When the animation received the shot, they said, that's not what we really want to play. They did a test where Gru is on the back of the Minion, and so we needed to create new shots like this one to really play this fun idea that he's whipping the Minion with his dead leg.
You have to let yourself the opportunity to discover new ideas visually that are going to take advantage of what animation is.
And the whole animation department, we are about 70 people.
We are the guardians of what the directors want to see on screen.
By the end of layout, we have to have the real voices in, so then the animators can have the real voices.
We have an instant idea of what we can do.
The actors' voices bring the life to a character.
Good job, Junior. Way to go!
They know how to use their voice at the right moment.
Perry Prescott.
In this shot, there's Drew trying to escape the honey badger.
Honey badgers are terrifying.
So we have a very cartoony and 2D pose, like this, trying to, is he gonna catch me? Where is? And they look at each other.
Nice.
It's a short shot, and everything has to have the perfect timing to make your audience laugh.
As you know, in animation, you don't get to necessarily be in the same room at the same time, but they do such a good job of making that feel cohesive.
Like there is this sort of magic moment where both performances like lock in, and it just looks amazing, yeah.
Okay, great.
Do you want another one of those?
Yeah, no. I think I'm good.
And then after that, we send it out again.
The look of the film has really evolved, and I didn't realize it until I went back and watched the first film and the second film.
What has happened over time in these films is that the look of these movies has kind of edged a little bit towards real world.
And you realize how far the technology has come.
We're trying to convince the audience that the characters do exist.
He's always baffled by the detail we managed to add in our images now.
Our challenge is to make the 3D sets credible, to anchor the character in their universe. It can be addition of details, accessories.
For instance, the lycée pas bon has a lot of details.
I can't believe I'm really here! This is a before set dressing and after set dressing.
And you really do feel like you could reach into the screen and pick up these props.
The surfacing, you've got the shading, which is how we set the way the material, the surface, reacts to the light. It can be shiny, it can be more rough or soft or metallic or not. Another way to bring also life to the surfacing is the textures.
I like to use the term photorealistic cartoons that we're doing now. You feel there, but it's still a cartoon.
Fabrics that look like fabrics. Our wool looks like wool. Our leather looks like leather.
We want to make it feel like you could be there.
Then there's no reason for the spectator not to believe in something purely imaginary like Minion's skin or a huge roach.
After the texture, we have the lighting.
There were quite a lot of breakthroughs in technology, in lighting technology.
Whoa. Is a key light where you put the atmosphere, put the lights, you say, okay, here we'll put the light and it will be nice because it will make a shadow on the character.
Our lighting gets better, we improve the look of the skin, of the clothes.
Donc le rôle du compositing, il est d'aboutir l'image de construction à l'image finale.
Good to know.
Le grading. Donc ça, c'est les réglages colorimétriques qui permettent de rendre le plan colorimétriquement harmonieux et ce qu'on appelle la passe de lens pour casser le côté 3D et se rapprocher d'une image un petit peu tournée.
Wow, that's impressive.
La dernière étape, le rôle ultime, c'est d'amener vraiment une plus-value à l'image, de divertir aussi visuellement. Que ce soit beau, que ce soit fun.
Check this out!
Even like when the road ship comes out, that, like for me, that's my absolute favorite. It's very epic, and you look at the storyboards, you look at the final result, it's the same stuff, just, you know, pushed that much further.
Oh, this is going to be so good!
So when I finally get to see the final image, magic is the only word that I can think of. It goes from words on a page to pencil drawings to this thing that's alive and breathing and real.
Thanks, guys.
Even though they're animated characters, it exists as a real film and a real story. Also, the fact that it's not condescending to children.
It's one of my favorite things I've ever done. I love being a part of it.
More than 12 years has passed since the first film.
This thing has a life of its own, and it has just blown up in a way I never would have imagined.
The world loves this franchise and these characters.
What it's brought us is a generation who has true ownership over this series of movies.
When the people will watch the film, I hope they will have fun.
Here we go!
And that they find that fulfilling, and they're glad to see them again.
It's the perseverance of this family unit, and it's this mutual support
Oh, my boys.
that they've given each other that's allowed them to find this new center.
Strudel. Well, I don't know if you know. I'm very comforting. Like a nice meatloaf. Gonna be a fun day.
Illumination, Chris Meledandri have created this magical world.
Steve Carell has become our creative partner in making these movies.
And I could not be more delighted and honored to be a part of it.
Oh, there's my boy.
He not only brings great comedy,
Oh, he's got my dog.
he brings soul to the character of Gru,
See you later, buddy.
and I love it. Gru was a villain, tremendously flawed, and yet there was something just incredibly relatable about him.
And the fact that this guy started in one place and these children really changed his life and changed who he was intrinsically. In each movie, they've been able to tap into a different part of Gru's character.
It's impossible to imagine what that character would be without Steve's voice.
Is Gru a fully integrated part of who I am?
He just pops in and out of it.
Who's the loser now?
Yes.
I mean, he basically is Gru.
I live and breathe Gru.
He's got that voice dialed in his head.
Let me try that again.
My kids don't know who I am anymore.
But I think that voice just lives in his head now.
I don't speak this way at home.
Ah, Gucci, 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 Gucci.
It's frankly disconcerting.
Gru? What does that even mean?
I love working with comedians in particular because they are willing to give it their all and not afraid to look a little silly.
You're the ones that are making it hard.
Use it. Use that one. And he's a great laugher. When you're doing all of these lines and you see him through the glass, I don't hear him laughing, but I can see him. It's so much fun to try to make him laugh.
Steve, he's also so knowledgeable of the character.
I would say almost protective.
He also knows what the character would or wouldn't say.
Lots of good, delicious milk.
You want to just change it to that?
If he feels like Gru might not say that, he will let us know, and he's
always right.
Ah, impressive.
It's not like I practice all the time.
En fait, c'est quelqu'un qui est très, très, très investi.
You don't really even have to tell him anything. He just does it.
You're under arrest. Courtesy of the Anti-Villain League.
He just goes for it every single time.
He wants it to be the absolute best it can be.
I know.
We schedule recording sessions. They can be up to 3 hours, and I can tell you that's a lot of energy.
No. Daddy needs to steal a honey badger.
The amount of effort and energy he puts into every single take.
Let me try 10 more.
I've never seen anything like it. It's an awesome thing to watch.
Was that terrible? You hated it.
I mean, I've known him a long time now, and he's just an absolute pleasure to work with.
I'm pretty delicious.
Steve Carell is the greatest human on the planet.
What? Okay.
I did manage to steal the moon.
Being clever. It really holds up well.
Did you choose that because you knew I cut my own hair? And then I would totally rock at this. Imagine being named Blanche. That is a terrible name.
Lucy, voiced by Kristen Wiig, has an energy unlike any animated character that I've ever seen.
Shut God.
It's fun to slip into someone who's so energetic and positive.
What if we just let nature do its thing, you know?
It's so great to have her back.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I've been Lucy for 10 years.
You know what? I keep forgetting.
Kristen was in the first movie as Miss Hattie.
Look at my face.
Well, I didn't know that. I was so happy to do Miss Hattie in the first one and just kind of assumed that since they adopted the girls, I wouldn't be in the other ones.
Kristen's characters, they're always like slightly unhinged.
Mayflower will love Chet Cunningham just as much as I do.
I think I'm just sort of turning up my personality to like 50.
That's the spirit.
Oh, she's so much fun, and I think she just has fun.
Moi, je suis un petit peu aussi dans cette Sunday Night Show qu'elle fait. Elle fait des performances exceptionnelles.
What can I say? Good at what I do.
Finding the character of Lucy, she definitely has a lot of energy. A little of this, is very enthusiastic.
That. Woo! Of course he loves you. He just doesn't show it on his face.
Probably not your first thought would be that she is a secret agent because she's not that subtle.
Oh, wonder where they're going.
There's always an undercurrent of like,
Ow.
what's gonna happen next?
Where's that lady one? Lady? I didn't see a lady.
I just love seeing how Lucy has changed through all of these movies.
Lipstick taser. Just need to. Oh. Girls, look out!
Lucy's become a mom. I've also become a mom.
Thanks, Mom.
She is so dedicated to her work, but like her family and her kids come first.
Back off, lady!
Especially in this film, you really see her mama bear come out.
We can actually be a normal family for once.
If I was Lucy in everyday life, people would wonder why I was so excited about everything.
When she reads the lines, I don't know where she just pulls things out of the universe.
She's got very long legs
that make it quirky and strange and silly and weird.
When she runs, she's like half a block a step.
Come on, show Daddy how much you love him.
Despicable Me, the entire franchise is so special because it's so based around family, trying to save the world. And the Minions, who doesn't love a Minion? Laughing and singing. Oh, my boys. I do.
You do not want to cross me.
Poppy? That's a fun name to say.
I don't respect boomers.
Hey, that's not nice.
Poppy, voiced by Joey King, is a breakout character.
We love Poppy.
I really love Poppy.
Poppy is my favorite one.
Poppy is not at first what she seems.
Poppy Prescott, villainess.
She herself is an aspiring villain.
Bingo. I was born to be bad.
Poppy is so sinister casual. You can't help but love her when you first meet her.
I relate to her because like she's always tinkering with stuff. We share a common hobby, video games.
The voice.
The castle.
She's just got this chutzpah.
Exactly.
What does that even mean?
She has this just bright happiness about her, yet the lines she's delivering and the things she's saying are so like evil, and I really love that about her.
I plan on being a lot better than you.
We feel this kind of excitement, enthusiasm.
The dynamic between Poppy and Gru.
You want to pull a heist. Listen, kid.
No, you listen, old man.
She really knows what she wants, and she knows how to get it.
You used to be a master villain.
That's not me.
It was just so much fun. This little girl with all the power over Gru.
She cracks me up because she knows that she has him in her pocket and that he has to help her.
Whoa! When you first start recording for an animated film, you don't see anything. They give you a description in your head of like what the character's probably gonna look like and what their role is, and you just craft a voice together in the studio.
Check this out.
I had a bunch of different ideas for Poppy.
You better watch yourself.
I love it when kids try to take, be super serious and have you take them super seriously. If
this is happening.
But because they're kids, they still talk like kids, and you can't help but find them endearing.
Joey, came in with this idea for this great voice.
I added a little lisp, which I absolutely love.
You do not want to cross me.
It does make the things she says almost even scarier.
I'm not gonna expose you.
Gru. That's my favorite part about voiceover, is to do something that's a little bit outside of what I really sound like.
His height will look so great on my villain transcript.
The part of Poppy really escalated because we just loved her.
Each time we heard the recordings, it was even better and better.
The preparation I do when it comes to recording Poppy is pretty chill. I woke up, I hung out with my dogs, I drank my coffee, and I came over here playing some happy music.
She is terrifying.
That's Dr. Destructo!
Recording for an animated movie, you kind of have to make a fool of yourself. Put your hand on your hip and shake your head, just let loose.
Oh no! I ruined her heist!
Joey, again, just inhabits the character.
She's so fun and she's excited.
Gru, what do we do?
You kind of just have to give it your all in here. There's no wrong answer.
I can't believe we actually pulled that off.
Every time I come in here, the camaraderie is so loving, and like this character is so fun to hang out with. You create such a strong relationship with the people you're working with and with your character in the beginning. It's really, really special. I feel like I'm there with her in that scene, even though, of course, I never even got to swing on that swing. I just was in here pretending I was.
Bummer for you.
I really did have such a ball being Poppy.
Aww.
I feel really proud of the character that we crafted together.
Go get him, partner!
Poppy's kind of like, she's awesome. She's really awesome.
I like her.
Someone put a glitter bomb in my locker. Ugh, teenagers are the worst.
Double frosted chocolate clusters! Best shopping trip ever!
Oh, I'm gonna break a brick with my head!
When I was 13, if somebody told me I would still be making Despicable Me 15 years later, I don't know if I would have believed them. Yep.
I've grown up with these films. I grew up, I was 11 years old when the first one started.
It's been a part of my life ever since I was a little kid.
Look at that film! These films just really have people coming back again and again for these characters.
Vending machine! I love this place! This movie is just great, and Agnes is such a great character.
Yeah, I just feel really lucky that I've been able to be a part of something that so many people love.
Gru! Gru!
It's always great to work with Miranda. Been with us from the very first film. Always brings that older sister energy to the role.
I'm coming. Can I help you?
Edith, voiced by Dana Gaier, always surprises me.
I think that I am Edith and Edith is me.
I'll look even better when I have a black belt.
A little bit.
Yeah!
3 words I would use to describe Margot.
We sold 43 mini mints.
Intelligent for sure. Say bye, Mommy and Daddy. Caring. My name is Bree. Sarcastic.
Sit. Agnes is a very nice girl, and she's very caring with her 2 sisters. Let's get this party started, people!
Use 3 words to describe Edith. I would say fierce.
Yeah, probably.
Loyal.
That was for my sister!
Hilarious.
Edith, she lies all the time.
No, I don't.
See? See? She's lying right now.
Edith, she kind of goes with the flow and is up for any situation. For Agnes, it's hard because she doesn't want to lie.
I think Margot's pretty nervous. She really wants to fit in.
I think everybody can relate to having their lives disrupted. And this is happening for Agnes, Edith, and Margot.
And that's one of the balancing acts in the movie, what to dedicate to each of those little stories so we really feel like we're serving, all of these characters.
This is my daughter, Margot.
Being a kid who moved when I was 15 years old, that is one of those big traumatic events that you can identify.
You want to carpool with us?
That was painful.
I think it's really important to be human and to be silly and to mess up and to be a dad who embarrasses your kids or is awkward, or be a kid and to have that angst.
Oh. It's just kind of crazy when I think about it. People watching the first Despicable Me, and now they have their own kids. Sometimes kids will ask me to try to say lines from the movie. Yeah, sure. Actually, they usually ask me to do Minion, like a Minion voice.
They're so cute. Sí, bus!
Banana. Nailed it.
Oh, neighbor!
Oh, Patsy.
Hi there!
What brings you to the neighborhood? Check.
Living next door to Gru and the family are the Prescotts.
Oh,
No, no, no.
I'm Perry's wife, Patsy.
Patsy is friendly and kind-hearted and sort of so excited to, oh, come over here, let's go do this.
Yahoo!
Patsy.
Patsy is wealthy, somewhat pretentious, Southern, and a little oblivious.
Needless to say, Perry and I are no longer welcome on the island of Oahu.
He's like a Jennifer Coolidge's cousin.
True story.
Stephen Colbert plays Perry Prescott.
Perry Prescott.
Perry Prescott.
Gru is trying to bond with Perry.
I think I'm good.
Perry couldn't be less interested in him.
Hello!
Upper crust guy.
He's the captain of the football team.
Owns the local automotive dealership.
He's the head of the office.
Country club type.
Love to chit-chat, Chet, but I own Prescott Motors. So Perry is every blonde bad guy in every 80s teen comedy. Oh, I'm gonna smoke this guy.
Chloe Fineman as that character, as Patsy, it actually helps you love Perry a little bit.
Perry needs a fourth for tennis tomorrow.
Oh, honey. He doesn't seem like much of a tennis guy.
Much of a tennis guy? I am too much of a tennis guy.
I think I've known Steven for 30 years.
I've forgotten all about your old lousy friend.
Which makes it so easy to work with somebody. When you have a sort of a common language comedically.
Huh?
Loving this whole vibe.
Stephen Colbert is one of the smartest actors I've ever worked with.
And so inhabits this guy.
I based Perry mostly on my own innate sense of self-importance and pretentiousness.
This is ridiculous! Huh?
I just looked in the mirror every night and said, just let them see the real you.
Perry, Colbert, Perry.
Stand in front of that mic and just let the real Steven out.
Show us fellas how it's done.
Pure indulgence and no guilt. You have to admire that.
Nice meeting you, Chet.
Toodaloo.
You are in big trouble. I think she's having fun.
Oh, this is going to be so good!
Sofía Vergara,
who has one of the truly distinctive, fun voices.
Maybe it was just a coincidence. Of course it's not a coincidence. I am wearing this shirt just to look like a minion.
You remember my girlfriend?
She is Valentina.
She's very tall and statuesque, and she's got her beloved little dog with her at all times.
So cute.
She is the girlfriend / partner of Maxime Lamal.
Valentina is supposed to be this supermodel.
Who also happened to be a classmate of Gru and Maxine's in high school.
I remember. Good to see you, Valentina.
She's awesome. She's this intimidating, fun villain.
It's a character that the moment you see her, you will always remember who she was. I love this evil plan.
I love watching the dynamic between Maxime and Valentina because
I think she loves Maxime.
Oh, Maxime!
But she's not sure what he's doing.
You can't hide from me, Gru.
Kind of on board, but kind of not.
Hey, my back is killing me. How long is this going to take?
They also bicker like a couple.
Come on.
Did you pull it out rapidly?
Yes, very rapidly.
Just is always frustrated.
Maybe a lot of couples are like this.
I think she has her own opinions.
She's more about taking over the world, and he's more obsessed with getting even with his high school rival.
Again with this?
Sofía Vergara is, I mean, she's just classically who she is.
Get me a slushie. It's my cheat day. Well, of course, Valentina's voice is very similar to mine, but I did try to make it a little bit more sarcastic.
Hey. That's the kind of role that she's kind of, really born to play.
What if I start going by Cockroach Man?
Who is this idiot? And why am I dealing with him?
I'm not calling you that stupid name.
You can sort of feel that self-questioning aspect through the film.
She just really has fun with it.
I can't see!
We've talked about her over the years, looking for roles to bring to her.
They're all so professional, and they all were so invested in this movie.
That we're thrilled to have her in the film.
She brought so much fun to that character. It was great.
I feel so honored to have been able to be part of a cast like this one.
To Mayflower!
With pleasure!
The games begin!
Maxime Lamal is
maniacal,
very intimidating,
silence!
And very, very French.
Maxime's back, baby!
I was a big fan, was excited to be a part of the next chapter.
So we started with a villain that was a little bit more brutish, I would say.
Game on.
But not very fun. Sometimes we have to remind ourselves that we're trying to do what we do, and that always hinges on comedy.
Oh, well, well, well.
We first meet Maxime at the reunion at Laissez Pas Bon. Thank you.
Well, if it isn't Maxime Lamar.
He kind of is this flamboyant character.
He's a bit of a show-off.
You look magnificent. Yes, I know.
Very theatrical.
If it isn't Gruser la loser.
Huge and bling-bling outfit.
Merci beaucoup.
He's very arrogant and, sure of himself, but there's a real vulnerability underneath all of that.
Gru will not win.
We quietly learn that he's seeking revenge on Gru.
And as usual with all of people's psychological idiosyncrasies,
this won't be like the ninth grade talent show.
It started in high school.
And Gru and Maxine have had a rivalry that has never quit.
I would have looked like a fool, like I was copying him.
Ay, again with this.
He's kind of governed by impulse, and he has lack of impulse control.
He's driven to take over the world, but really,
his thoughts of revenge are overpowering any sort of rational thinking he might have.
Mark my words, I will exterminate you!
He's always been obsessed with the cockroach.
Behold, the power of the cockroach!
Everything about Maxime is roach-themed. Yeah.
And why cockroaches? Because we all know
they are a miracle of evolution.
They're the most indestructible creature.
He also has the amazing ability, I don't know if I'd want it,
to transform himself into an indestructible
cockroach man. Huh?
Why would you want to be a cockroach? Yeah.
When I learned that the character named Maxime who turned to a cockroach, I was like, okay, that's nice for me. No.
It's good to laugh, no?
We've been wanting to work with Will for well over a decade.
That's like dream casting.
Thank you. Look at everyone.
And, doing a funny accent.
He runs and hides like the mouse.
We played around with a couple of different voices at first.
And we find him like the cat.
That is ultimately the one that we landed on.
Because he's French and he has this accent and stuff.
Maxime would be this French bad guy.
It was funny to hear an American try to speak like a French.
Little on the nose, but it is very clear. Huh?
I don't know why that would make me laugh or anyone laugh, but it works.
Sweet dreams, Cruiser!
Will can just do this kind of explosive energy.
He can just shift.
You got pee-pee all over my ship!
This upset little boy under all of that. And again, Will can do that turn like nobody.
It's nice to also know that you're in such secure hands with the legacy of how great these movies come out.
We were so thrilled when he took on this role.
I know that Will loved doing it.
Oh, this is going to be so good!
And love what he's doing with it.
It was just like a treat every day in the studio watching him.
You nailed it!
It was a fun challenge. Or a fun challenge. Again, thank you.
Poof, poof, huh? It's gonna be great, right, pal?
Show Daddy how much you love him.
Yahoo! Oh, neighbor!
Now dance!
No, you listen, old man.
Yeah, no.
I'm not calling you that stupid name.
Pum-pa-dum-pa-dum!
I'm not doing that. Okay.
Teenagers are the worst.
Oh, thank you.
Ready to go.
I did manage to steal the moon. I sound like Ricardo Montalban. Well, I don't know if you know, but I did manage to steal the moon.
Something like that.
We are going to steal the school mascot.
But one more time.
The school mascot.
Let's do it one more time.
The school mascot.
All right.
They can't hold me back, huh?
All feels pretty good.
Is this the energy you'd like?
You can still chime in with a few like, oh, that's great, that's amazing, I love your work.
Oh, come on!
I'm quite sure I won't regret this.
I got you.
Again with this?
Can I help you?
One more time, please. Yes. Isn't that fun?
Not so sure about that.
I know you love your dada.
Yeah.
Go on, say it.
What?
Dada.
What?
Dada.
What?
True story.
There you go. Put a little elbow grease into it. I am loving this guy.
Huh? Was that terrible? You hated it.
Chet here is gonna show. Chet here is gonna show us fellas. Chet here is gonna show us fellas how it's done. Right? Can you dig it? Okay, you have to say I can dig it, or else I don't think you can dig it.
Oh, imagine being named Blanche. Truly, I cannot think of a worse. My name's Blanche, isn't it? How's that, director? Did you like my work?
Is that too much to ask?
That's great. I love it. That's great.
It's too stupid. I think it's too silly.
So I was just like, I was watching and I was just enjoying it.
Are you gonna pretend to be nice to me on camera?
All right. I'll try it as one slug.
All right, I'm gonna do one really, really terribly.
How about that?
Well, I'd say you're under arrest.
What? That doesn't count.
Good to see how I'm feeling.
This is ridiculous.
How was that?
Can you dig it?
Great. Perfect.
You don't care.
Chris, do you dig it?
I dig it now.
Good, I just want to make sure we...
All right. Toodaloo.
Okay, cheers. Good luck.
Take care. Bye, Chris. Thanks, Chris. Bye.
That's what I do. That's what I do at the end when I finish.
I started this recording session in December of 22. It's now January of 24. Please tell my family I love them. He won't let me out of the room. He says I haven't done my well enough yet. Keeps making you say the word Chet. How many times can you say the word Chet? Chet. Chet. Huh? I'm so hungry. All right, what do we do now?
Assemble the Mega Minions!
Well, where do you go with the Minions? They are funny, they are adorable.
The Mega Minions are crazy in this movie.
It's Minions on steroids. Can I say that?
I'm wearing this shirt just to look like a Minion.
I thought, oh, that's a clever way for us to get to know these guys even better.
We are looking for the strong, the mighty. Yes, nice work, gentlemen.
There are so many new elements in this film that it is hard to pick a favorite, but I am very excited for the Mega Minions.
We had talked about superpowered minions, I think from DM2, believe it or not. And so it's been an idea that's been bouncing around. As we were talking about this, we were talking about like, okay, what are their powers? We kind of went for archetypal, just because they were simple, visual, and we didn't have to explain them. So we've got Mega Dave, who's super strong. Mel had one eye, so that clearly just felt funny for a laser to come out of that. Then Tim is tall, so making him the stretchy guy, being able to get longer made sense. Mega Jerry, who sort of looks like a rock and he's indestructible. And then we've got Mega Gus, who can fly. So he's aerodynamic, but in a goofy way.
It's this awesome team of superheroes, but they're minions, so they're not very super.
I give you the Mega Minions!
There are so many talented artists, board artists, the directors. These guys really have fun with these Minion scenes because one person cannot come up with all those ideas. There are many hands on deck.
It's always inspiring to see where solutions come from. You know, the script is kind of the foundation, but a lot gets created along the way.
I like Jerry, the rock. I like the design.
Yeah, I think it's my favorite as well. He's like a caveman.
Super team. Je me suis beaucoup attaché à ce personnage. Et il a ses membres qui vont dans tous les sens, donc ça a été un sacré challenge en termes de rig.
My favorite idea in there is that they actually have yellow tights on over their yellow skin. So it's like a ridiculous, there's a zipper in the back, and then they've got like a hole around their mouth. Those little details in there is what I think really helps make it work.
They go out to save the world, and this is a horrible idea. You should never expect much from the Minions.
Giving them these powers doesn't end well.
Like, watch out. Yeah. I was laughing so hard with all the parts with the Mega Minions because, like, they're so ridiculous.
If I could have one of the Mega Minion superpowers, I would choose flying.
Super stretch for sure, because I'm getting old.
I would love to be able to just bend down and touch my toes.
Laser visions, because, you know, I'm in a camera team, so it would help.
I think I would like flying.
And I would add Tim's ability to stretch his legs so I can grab fish in the ocean whilst flying.
I would take the stretch because you can do crazy stuff.
Je choisirais le vol parce que c'est génial de pouvoir faire le tour du monde, d'éviter tous les embouteillages.
I would use that daily.
I mean, I wish I could take naps. It's not really a superpower.
As I'm 57 now, I think indestructibility sounds pretty good.
There they are! Those guys crushed my car!
It's less about their superpowers and more about the silly situations we find them in. And that's actually what gives them their specialness.
Busted!
Activity detected.
Computer enhance.
AVL, seriously high security prison.
This song and dance has brought all the bad guys out of the woodwork. You don't recognize them? Not to worry. Our recognition software does the work for you.
The AVL's new secret weapon.
Computer, run the Rogues Gallery. Gru and Maxime. You know these two, I'm sure.
Felonious Gru.
Hardened criminal and despicable mastermind who gets everything he wants. Which makes him one of our best undercover assets.
Hello!
Oh.
Maxime Lemar.
A truly nasty piece of work.
Loser! And trust me, a real joke. Silence!
50% human, 50% cockroach, 4-armed, and 100% dangerous. Watch out for his roach ray.
I know, I'm so bad!
Scan in progress. Vector.
Also known as Victor.
Victor was my nerd name. Now I am Vector.
Technological genius.
Vector!
With an aquatic arsenal. Also, his dad runs the Bank of Evil.
No.
Best known for stealing the pyramids.
The Fortress of Vector 2.
Playing all catchphrases.
Oh, yeah.
Moving on.
Oh, yeah.
Computer next.
System overload.
End task. Please, please.
Oh, poop.
Moving on.
El Macho detected.
Alias Eduardo Perez, the toughest of the tough. Bank robber, fiery shark-riding daredevil, and the proprietor of Salsa and Salsa.
Kids eat free on Tuesdays.
That's right!
This villain stole a super serum that mutated Gru's minions.
I got an army of them!
El Macho flies under the radar, most often seen with his trusty chicken, Pollito.
Very friendly.
More villains detected. Balthazar Brat.
Child star of the 80s show Evil Brat.
Cancelled.
Crimes, impersonation, theft, destruction of property, those shoulder pads. Ugh.
I've still got it!
Computer, highlight fashion violations. None of these have aged well.
I've been a bad boy!
Scanning for legendary villains.
Stronghold, check. Vengeance, check. Nuncheck, I mean nunchuck, check. Jean-Claude, check. And the leader of them all, Bell Bottom.
Let's rock and roll!
Scarlet Overkill detected.
A smooth operator, stealer of many prized gems, including the crown jewels and countless hearts.
I love you, Scarlet!
Herb, my baby.
That's her partner in love and crime, the dastardly inventor,
Herb Overkill.
I got you the coolest invention, probably ever.
There are so many villains here that you're sure to have seen before. So keep an eye out and report back to HQ when you spot them.
End message.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Mega Minions.
Hello, I'm Habib Louati, and I'm the head of story on Despicable Me 4. Today, I'll teach you how to draw some of our favorite characters, the Mega Minions. We'll start with Dave. Dave is a very strong character. His greatest power is the strength to bend metal bars. So we have to start by drawing a sort of upside-down light bulb. It's like a big pancake or a big rock. Then we add the straps and the goggles and the lenses. And then the eyes, and then the eyelids that act as eyebrows. We had a mouth that looks mischievous with some teeth. As he eats more than just bananas. He wears overalls like all minions, with a small pocket and gloves. He has big arms, like this. And he wears a superhero suit. We'll draw the legs with the small boots. And don't forget the laces. Sans oublier les lacets. And the soles on the bottom. Now the other muscular arm.
No problemo.
With its glove, making a powerful fist.
Pina colada.
There you go. That's Mega Dave.
Hello, Busy Bee.
Now I'll teach you how to draw Mega Mel. Mega Mel has very long goggles with a red laser at the end. And with that laser, he could destroy half the planet. Or even all of it. Let's see how we draw him. So his basic design is like any other minion, shaped like a capsule. We'll start with his legs. Stabilize him. Don't forget his little boots on his feet as well. We can also refine the body shape if needed. And then we'll draw his goggles. That is like a long tube and his lens. Then let's draw out the circle for the lens on the front. Then a target, scope, that helps him hit his targets when he can. And the straps for the goggles that we can color if we want. Keep refining the body shape or mix any stray lines. Here are the arms and the hands attached to his body, the overalls, the defining feature of the minions.
Non è stronga! Non è forte! Non è besta!
Small pocket with the initial M. The other arm. And a lovely smile. Let's add some teeth and shade in the rest of the mouth. You can add some shading on the goggle lens as well. There you go. That's Mega Mel.
Nope.
Dessinons.
Let's draw Mega Jerry.
Poliskin, mets-les-doués.
Mega Jerry.
Mega Jerry is very big and round.
Mega.
And his power, if we can call it that,
Car il est en pierre.
he's very strong.
Il peut manger de la.
And he can eat rocks without any problem.
Donc sa forme.
So his overall shape is a big circle. We try to draw a big circle. It doesn't need to be perfect since he's made of stone.
Mega Jerry.
Mega Jerry only has one eye. We draw his goggles, his eye, strap for his goggles,
Pour sa lunette.
and
Grande.
a big mouth.
Et ensuite, pour faire.
Then to make him look like a rock, we add little cracks like this.
Craquellement. Comme ça.
This will give the impression that he's made of stone.
Il est en pierre.
We can keep adding these all along his body, so it's completely covered.
Mega Jerry, lui.
Mega Jerry doesn't have a suit,
Mais par contre, il a toujours.
but he still wears his overalls, thankfully.
Donc,
So we have the little overalls, small pocket with the initial M, the legs, the boots.
et ses bras.
The arms that also look like stone.
Antipasti.
Avec.
Now his little gloves, which we can shade in.
On fait la même chose.
And we can repeat this for his other hand. There you go. That's Mega Jerry.
Place à
Here comes Gus. Gus has the ability to fly. You would think that he could fly at high speeds like an airplane, but it's more like a helium balloon. He sometimes struggles a bit, but he's still very capable. So Gus looks like a small water droplet. He has a low set of eyes, lower than most minions. We add the goggles since they always wear them. The eyes, the straps,
Et ça, c'est vraiment.
and his head, which is very pointy. He has his suit on. A superhero suit to disguise himself. And his overalls with the small straps. Now, round out the bottom part of his torso and begin to connect the legs. He has short legs.
Come here! Come here!
Now we can finish the boots and the soles on the bottom. Now for his little arms with gloves and fingers.
Et il a également.
He also wears a cape. That we draw like this, with a high collar, some shading, and flowing fabric.
Cap.
It's a superhero cape.
Oh, fuck you! Prego!
There you go. That's Mega Gus.
Alles gut! Ciao!
Et maintenant,
I will now show you how to draw Mega Tim.
voilà, Mega Tim.
Mega Tim is a minion that stretches. His arms, body, and legs could stretch for hundreds of miles if he wanted. So we draw a capsule. Like when drawing any other minion, they resemble a capsule.
Ensuite.
Then, like for Mega Dave and the others, we draw the goggles. We add the lenses. And his eyes. And we create the little straps of his goggles. So the Mega Minions wear superhero suits. They wear them to hide their identities and make sure nobody recognizes them. But it's useless because we can still recognize them. They are minions, so they don't always have great ideas. Let's draw the overalls. Defining feature of the minions. And since he's limp, some long arms. Some long arms that droop down with hands that touch the floor. And here are the legs with his little boots. There you go.
N'oubliez pas.
Don't forget another long, droopy arm with a little gloved hand and 4 fingers. It's waving hello. There you go. That's Mega Tim.
Merci.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me draw the Mega Minions. I'm counting on you to practice drawing them. I'll see you next time.